Hi guys, Kevin D here, founder of affiliateblogger.com. Today I want to talk about how to use Facebook Audience Insights. Now, for those who don't know, Audience Insights is a ridiculously powerful tool that Facebook have decided to just give us. Anyone can use it, guys. It's amazing. What you can do with this tool used to take hours and hours, and more importantly, thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars have been lost because we didn't know the information before running a Facebook ad that Audience Insights can give you. Okay, so it basically allows you to look into your competition and find out who their fans and who their audience is and replicate it for yourself. So instead of guessing who to target, which age group, which gender, which relationship status, which interests, we can just go ahead and take it from a competitor who's got a big following, or a few competitors that have got a big following. Do you see how great that is? Anyway, let's dive in. I'll show you the Facebook Audience Insights platform, and then we can start to work out the best way to go about it, just to set up any kind of targeting template for any niche. So, okay guys, so the first thing you need to do, now I'm using Business Manager, so this is where I find Audience Insights. You go to top left, here on your page, you click Pages, and it's just here, Audience Insights. Now, if you're not using Business Manager, all you need to do is click the top right hand side of your Facebook, go down to your ad manager, and when you're in your ad manager, go to the top left hand side. I don't know if it's under tools or something similar, but you will find Audience Insights on a drop down menu somewhere on the left hand side. I apologize, I haven't used Facebook for a while without Business Manager, so but guys, if you're stuck, just Google Facebook Audience Insights, make sure you're logged into Facebook, and it should take you straight to the page. So we're going to click on this Audience Insights. Now the first thing that you're going to be, the first thing you're going to be shown is this page right here. Now it says choose an audience to start. So you've got two options. You've got everyone on Facebook or people connected to your page. Now you would only choose people connected to your page if you had a huge following and you wanted to dive a little bit deeper and find out who your following was. But we don't want to do that. We want to find out who other people's following is. Okay, so we're going to go with everyone on Facebook to begin with. What this does here, so if you remove United States, I'm not sure why it's selected United States, but if you have a blank slate here on the left hand side, on the right hand side, every single person on Facebook, or every number, so you can see here more than 1 billion monthly active people. That's because we are looking at the moment, so all of these demographics are for every single person on Facebook. Wow. So all you need to do is set a criteria up on the left hand side and the audience here will change. So let me show you how this works, guys. So let's first and foremost plug in a location. So let's go with United States. So if you want to target just a city or a few cities, you can put them in there, whichever country you want to target, but put in your target country basically, okay? Your target location, sorry. Now, age and gender, we're going to leave that blank at the moment. So what I mean by blank is we're going to leave the minimum age at 18 and any maximum age. So it's basically every single person on Facebook age-wise. So at the moment, we've got every person in the United States, and we're not narrowing down on age or gender at the moment. The reason for that is I want to narrow down on interests and find out based on that who those people are. So that would include how old they are and which gender they are. So first and foremost, interests. Now what we're going to do is pick out our top 5 competitors in our niche. Okay, so you should by now have selected a niche that is vast enough for you to be able to do this. Okay, so if you're targeting, pottery for the over 55s, you're going to have a bit of an issue doing this. But you know, you shouldn't be targeting a niche like that anyway. You need to go for big niches. You need to go for active niches because there's always a piece of the pie for everybody. So what we're going to do here, guys, is just put in our top five competitors, and what we can actually do is make, by putting in our top five competitors, we're going to combine all of their following on Facebook together, and we're going to have all of the specific information appear on the right hand side for those audiences, and we can create a template for that because they're already their audience is already it's already defined, and they're in our niche, they're successful in our niche. So all we need to do is go ahead and use the same audience, guys. It's not difficult. We're not competing with them, although I do use the term competitors. We're just sharing a piece of the pie. Okay, so first and foremost, I'm founder of affiliateblogger.com, so I'm in the online marketing and affiliate marketing niche. So I will type in my top five competitors. Okay, so first and foremost, John Chow. Now, what this is going to bring up, guys, is the person that you type in. It's going to bring up their page. Okay, so whether that page is named after just their name, in this case, John Chow's page is johnchow.com. So don't be worried when it says the .com. Who else? So we can go with, let's say, Ryan Dice, Gary Vaynerchuk. Some of these, let's have a good example here. So Matthew Woodward. Now Matthew Woodward doesn't come up, and I've typed him in there for that reason. I knew he wasn't going to come up because I've seen it before. Some people do come up, some people don't. You need to be, I don't know what the algorithm is for Facebook showing people and choosing not to show other people. But some people it does, some people it doesn't. But around about 60-70% of the time it does. So don't be too alarmed. Just move on to the next one, guys. Okay. So in this case, let's have a look. Frank Kern. And let's go with one more. So we can go with. Let's have a little think. How about Anik Singhal? Okay, so top five competitors are plugged in. Now, what we have here now is all of the specific demographics and deep level information about their niche, about their audience, sorry, in their niche. So what we're gonna go with here, guys, is first of all, you can see there's 1.5 million to 2 million monthly active people. Now, all you need to do is continue. This is around about the sweet spot. You want between 1 million and 2 million monthly active people. So if you're below, all you do is add on in this left-hand box more competitors until it makes it up to this amount here. If you've got more than around about 3 million, just take a few out and narrow it down to 1.5, 2 million people. Okay. So first and foremost, we're going to look at age and gender. So remember I said we didn't want to plug in an age and gender here because we wanted Facebook to give us that information about based on interest selections. So here we can see that 63% of this audience based on these interests over here is male. So that's a great bit of knowledge to have, guys. Now, I don't think that's too surprising in this niche, but we'd like to think as entrepreneurs or as marketers that we know the niche, we know it down to the gender. Never ever think you know better than the data. Just use the data, okay? So if you think that your niche is predominantly women, but it turns out to be close or slightly edged in favor of males, then use the data. Don't let your ego get in the way. Just use the data because it really doesn't lie, guys. So what all we want to do here, guys, is we want to target the overwhelming majority here. So if it were 50-40, so 55-45, or a little bit closer, we would target both men and women. But if it's over 60%, we want to go with the majority. So we don't want to target any women in this case. And I'll tell you why. Don't think that we're leaving. Many people would think about this in terms of we're leaving a lot of money on the table or engagement on the table by not targeting women, because there's still nearly 40% of women. But here's the point. 60% of women on Facebook aren't going to engage or click on our ad. So the first thing you want to do here, guys, is gender. So you want to go with the overwhelming majority. So if it were a little bit closer, I might target men and women here. Because it's a majority in men, I'm just going to go after men. It's the low-hanging fruit. It's much easier to get a click-through from men than women. We can see that due to the data. So we're not going to waste. What you basically do is you pay Facebook per 1,000 impressions. So per 1,000 people that are showing your ad, you pay. So it makes sense to show only ads to men and not women, because out of the two, who are likely to click on our ad, men or women? Well, we can see the data says men. So we're going to cut women out of the equation here, okay? Sorry, girls, but, you know, in a non-sexist way. If it were the other way around, I would do exactly the same thing against the males. So there's definitely no inequality there. But again, the data doesn't lie, so we're going to go with males. Next thing we need to do is we need to look at the age ranges. So again, we want to go with the overwhelming majority. We want to be going with pushing 60% of the board. So here we can see this. We've got age ranges from 18 all the way up to 65 plus. So again, we're not going to show our ad to someone who's 65 plus because only 3% of this audience is 65 plus. So you're going out of your way to show your ad to a real small portion of this audience. It really doesn't make sense, guys. What you should be doing is you should be going where the majority is. So here we can see that this audience is mainly between the ages of 25 and 44. So that's what we're going to go with here, guys. So 25 to 44. So far we're targeting males between those that are between that age range. Okay, so now what we can do is I want you to skip past lifestyle for a moment, because that's a little bonus that we can use further down the line when we actually creating ads, and I'll go into that a little bit in a moment. But first things first, we want to look at relationship status. So here we can see that it's pretty much split between single and married. So it's around about 40% on each side. So we're not going to target anyone in a relationship or anyone engaged for the same reasons we've already explained. We want the low-hanging fruit. So we're only going to show, we can clearly see that our audience is going to be made up of more single and married people than it is in a relationship and engaged people. So we don't want to target them in the first place, because the data says that single and married people will be more likely to engage with us anyway, based on this information. So we're going to include single and married for relationship status in our targeting. So single, married. Education level, overwhelmingly college. Okay, so college education. So we want to leave out high school and grad school. We want to target college for education. Now, the next two things, so I'll slip back up here for a moment, lifestyle. So we're not actually going to use this in with targeting, okay, but what we can do is we can get a real sort of grip on what it is our audience likes, what kind of people they are, what kind of aspirations they have, what kind of lifestyle they have, basically. So we can see here, top of the tree is career building. Now, selected audience is 73% more likely. So this is our selected audience that we've defined over here. This selected audience is 73% more likely to be in this group compared to Facebook users. So more than the average, this group is 73% more likely to be in this group, this lifestyle group, than Facebook users. So your average Facebook user. So pick someone out of a hat who's a Facebook user. This one's more likely to be in the career building lifestyle section. So it'll even tell you, if you hover over this little eye here, what career building actually means, because these are terms made up by Facebook. So you can see climbing the ladder, on the go. So hover over and it'll tell you what they mean by that. So career building is made up of young singles with no children in the home. They are a mix of mobile renters, the first-time homeowners, living in condos and single-family houses. So we can use that in where, this is, like I said, this isn't going to be used in targeting, but you can make notes here based on what you can use to tap into the brain of your audience, because you need to write an advertisement to this person and use an image in your ad for this person, and ultimately sell a product to this person, and you need to use ad copy and emails further down the line. You need to use very, very effective words and an effective sort of positioning. This helps you to do that. So make notes of these things as you go. Get a grip for which lifestyle group your audience fits into, and it'll really help you with how you communicate with them. Okay, so another way you can do that is job title. So down here, job title, you can see that selected audience is 67% more likely to be in this group compared to Facebook users. So art, entertainment, sports and media. Okay, so business and finance, 47% more likely. Again, guys, we're not going off these figures here because all that is how much of this audience is made up of this section. We need to forget that, and we need to go with how likely they are compared to your average Facebook user to be in this audience, and that tells you all you need to know in terms of lifestyle choices and in terms of career options and in terms of career choices, sorry. And again, you can use that when you're talking about frustrations. So you can pick out common jobs in sales, for example, common sales jobs, and pick out frustrations. Okay, pick out sore points, pick out pain points, and play on them in your words, or pick out the things that they like about the job. Good things in sales, play on them when you're comparing it to the good thing that you have to offer them, the product that you have to offer them. And this is all about gathering up. I mean, again, this isn't set in stone in terms of what we're using for targeting. This here is what we're using in terms of targeting. So you just want to make notes along the way of the habits that this audience tends to have in terms of lifestyle and job title. Okay, so there is a whole plethora of tabs here you can go through. To be honest, guys, I don't use any of those because I think it's a simple process. All you need to do, to be honest, I mean, I know we've dug a little deeper into the lifestyle and into the job title. That's further down the line when we're creating ads. But to begin with, to get your targeting template, this is the basic, guys. This is your targeting template, because what you're going to do further down the line. So interests, so you're going to put in here each one of those people. So Anik Singhal, Frank Kern, Gary Vaynerchuk, John Chow, and Ryan Dice. So when you target on Facebook to begin with, when you set up your first ad and it asks you for interests, this is what you're going to put in, guys. You're going to put in this. And when it asks you for demographics, you're going to put in this. Do you see? Do you see how much more effective you're going to be than guessing, than trying to show your ads to everyone from the ages of 18 to 65, when in reality, 40-50% of that age range isn't going to be interested. Take all the guesswork out of it. What's the point in showing it to females when females in general aren't engaging with this? That they're not part of this audience, so you show it to males, and that's your base point, guys. This is something that's really been massively helping in terms of starting a base audience. It's all you need to do, come up with a base audience, because after you've run your ad at a small budget, what you can then do is test individual ads. Test individual interests. Test different age ranges within this age range, so we can test 25 to 34, 35 to 44, and you can really, you'll find one that performs well, and that's when you scale it. So it really is, this whole Facebook ads thing is a three-part process. Okay, so you've got base level interests, base level template for your targeting, and I've just shown you how to make that. That's simple. All you then need to do is split test, and then when you find a winner, you scale. And that's not hard, guys. The Facebook ads really is that simple. I don't know why everyone seems to be complicating it. That's how to use Facebook Audience Insights, guys. If you click the link below this video, it'll take you straight to the blog post that'll cover off how to make money from Facebook ads without spending a fortune. That's actually what the blog post's called. Go through that, and that'll go through the other part of it as well in terms of split testing and scaling. Thanks a lot, guys. Have a good day.